my dear Capricorn, this is a love reading for you where the person most on your mind will have their true thoughts and feelings revealed by me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We will also look into what they would tell you if they had the guts or respect to tell you the truth with my new deck, the Brutally Honest Oracle cards. And this will be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And for Capricorn, this will be a reading about what the person most on your mind are feeling for you and where their thoughts are at when it comes to you. It can often be a conflict between head and heart, and this will be revealed here together with the most likely action they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. I will also reveal what they would tell you if they dared to tell the truth to your face. And for a cross-watcher, this reading will most likely be about where the Capricorn's person's thoughts and feelings are at. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And I usually read for the empath side of the story. Also remember that the other person holds your shadow that you mirror out to the world so you can be able to see it. In the end, you need to use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And I use the ANIMA MUNDI for the readings part, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your deck here, I see 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. It feels like this person is kind of masking up some hope or some inspiration they have. But it's also a longing for a new beginning. What's old is old. Maybe they want something like a new start. Okay, Hermit as well. See here, Hermit wants to show its face there. Being a little bit withdrawn. Maybe they feel a little bit bored with their life. They want like something more exciting to happen. So I call the divine with love and light, Knight of Cups. So they probably feel like it would be time to introduce some romance to their life. They would want to have something romantic and exciting happening in their life. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. But it doesn't seem to go that great for them for whatever reason. Minor Arcana Death card, Major Arcana Death card, 7 of Cups. So I'm thinking they feel a little bit unjustly treated by divine and by luck and by the universe. That things doesn't really go their way. They are not presented with the opportunities that they want to create maybe more social and romantic situations in their life. It's just a jump of hope and then crash and burn. Jump of hope, crash and burn. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to move on from you and being blocked to move on from you. And 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, they probably feel that your relationship is a little bit of old news. That it has already gone to its completion and maybe it didn't work out that great. And I call the 6 elements, and here we have the 9 of Cups with the Knight of Cups. And this shows this person's need to find what makes them happy, maybe a little bit more on their own. It's 9 again, so connected to the Hermit, that they can't look outside themselves for happiness. They need to find this inside themselves. And you might be dealing with a Pisces, since we saw the Knight of Cups. Can be a Scorpio or Cancer as well, or any sign. It's just a person feeling and they want romance in their life, excitement and love and a little bit of challenges maybe, but the world is constantly mirroring back their own shadow to them. So that's why they are crashing and burning. It's not that the divine is wanting them to be lonely and isolated and full of fear and dread and sorrow. It's not like that. It's just that they are full of fear and dread and sorrow. So they are always attracting this into their life. It's the law. So they need to become more logic and kind of cut through these patterns, their thoughts patterns. mostly. So first of all, they need to look at their thoughts pattern and how they're expecting people to be in a certain way, and then they hope they are not, and then they will be very disappointed when they see they are exactly like they feared. And this is their own creation in a lot of ways. And to stop creating this person needs to start to make themselves happy and love their own life, fill their own life with beautiful things, so that they will be a better match for what it is that would really make them happy, instead of feeling like this big hole inside of them and they want someone on the outside to come and fill that void. And it's not going to work like that. It's going to be a never-ending heartbreak here. I see a King of Wands with a Queen of Pentacles. These people, they should be able to get along, but for some reason there's this Three of Swords here. I don't understand fully that story there, but I think they are trying to find someone else that should be their whole life, or the meaning to their life, and that's what's bringing them heartbreak. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds to you and the person most on your mind. So we want to see their thoughts about you and the relationship. We also want to see their feelings towards you of love or other feelings, and the most likely action that they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. Okay. So this will be their most likely action that they will take, and this is their feelings. And this is their thoughts. So Five of Pentacles, again with this feeling unjustly treated by the universe, and nothing that they any seed that they are putting to the ground never grows. Only winter comes and swoops it away. Very, very sad. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Nine. Okay, so there's a possibility that they still love you, but they oppress this because it didn't go so well, so they don't want to have another shot of something that didn't work out. They probably want to find maybe a new partner, a new love. And here we have a Four of Pentacles on their emotions towards you, Seven of Cups, Five of Wands. Again, they want the kind of love that they had with you, but they feel like the love you shared was full of projection, that you projected each other's fears upon the other, and there was a lot of conflict, and people didn't give enough, didn't share their love or their inside, or they tried to keep this tough exterior, and maybe not being particularly generous. There's a karma here when it comes to you and your relationship. So that means that when you are together, the old wounds are being brought up. Also the old joy of being together, but also the old wounds. So past life relationship I would be pursuing. And that's what's triggering these conflicts and these projections. It's old memories of things that has gone wrong, terribly wrong, or how that person deserted you in 1774, and how you can't forgive them, and vice versa. And this is complicating the relationship right now. So no one really knows why are we even arguing, or why do I become so upset with you? I don't become upset in the same way with my best friend or with my sibling or this coworker when they do the same thing. But when you do it, I get really upset. But I see here that in the further past, they would have wanted this new beginning with you. But for some reason now they have remembered that it didn't work so well. Okay, and this is their most likely action. And we have death and kind of healing from this transformational time of death, walking to our dark night of the soul, like this lone wolf here. But also Ace of Cups and Six of Wands. So on some level, this person have a little bit hope, yes, for new love and for success, but maybe they would want a new start with you. But in other case, it's more of getting over the end of your relationship and then kind of winning by finding someone new. That's also very likely interpretation, and one doesn't exclude the other. They can feel both, that they secretly want a new beginning with you and that would make them happy, but the logic mind says no, it's never going to work out, too many conflicts. And if they would find someone new, they could parade this person in front of you and feel like they won. And that's it can feel very selfish, but it's a very natural thing with humans. We want to prove to the ex that, look, I was worthy of love, someone else wants me. And that's coming from a deep-rooted feeling of we are not worthy of love. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles again. She came also when we shuffled, so this might be you being on their mind. King of Wands, it's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. I'm not sure still what it means in this situation. It might mean this, that they want to win over you. Because you hurt them and they want to kind of prove to you that they were worthy all along. But here we have a Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. So that's definitely wanting a new beginning. And Queen of Pentacles, so with you or a Virgo, another Capricorn or a Taurus person. Ace of Pentacles. We had the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So they want a new beginning with you, but they don't feel like you love them enough. But this is what they are thinking of. New beginning, new beginning. And Nine of Wands. And here comes this fire energy up. The Six of Wands, the King of Wands, Nine of Wands. Nine is also connected to the Hermit. So a person that's tough and can make it on their own. So their mind is split. They want a new beginning with you. They don't want a new beginning with you because you hurt them, and they are now so super tough that they will never let you hurt them again. And they probably also want a new beginning with someone else to parade in front of you and prove how tough they are and that they could make it without you. So it's very typical for a person that has not been able to get their dreams fulfilled or to be loved by the person they love or have a successful outcome in something. This is how most people react. And here we have an Eight of Pentacles together with the Lovers. So again, they are flickering like this. But I think the main thing we can see is they want love and cooperation in their life. They just don't know how to come about it because they don't feel loved by you, and therefore they feel like they need to be strong on their own. But the red thread to all of this is that they want a new beginning with you. That is what they want the most of all, a new beginning with you. And if they can't have that, at least someone else to parade in front of you. And if they can't have that, they're just going to try to survive this very infertile stretch of their life, this time of their life, just trying to endure. But definitely they would want a new beginning. And with the Eight of Pentacles, they might be ready to do also their fair share. We can see they are a little bit prideful with these two cards. So I don't think they would maybe run and chase you and to get a new beginning. But if you were both in on it and they didn't have to be the only one instigated, then I really think that they would give a lot to have a new beginning with you. But they don't want to go over the certain line, for example, degrading themselves even more and humiliating themselves even more by chasing you. But they are ready for cooperation with you and two people building equally to build a bridge and come together in a relationship. So that's what's on their mind. They have these hopes but also a lot of doubts because of the past, how things have been in the past. So they don't really believe it, but it's the undercurrent of what they really truly want, is this new beginning and healthy cooperation. And this is on their feelings level. And we have the Sun card here, comes underneath Queen of Pentacles. So it shows that they love you, thinks that you are their soulmate, and that you are the light in their life, and you know, everything that like life is so much more easier when you are around, even with the conflicts. But when you don't have conflicts, the hole in their heart is gone. But then when the hole reminds itself again, then that's when conflict and drama starts, because they might feel like you should be the only solution. What's really going on is, yes, the other person is a good asset in your life, and you feel at home with them. But when the sorrow and sadness comes, you can't have your partner being your parent. You actually need to take big chunk of responsibility for how you feel and dealing with the past part of this pain, because the partner might do something little that spikes the old pain, and that little thing isn't worthy of the consequences, like they becoming really pissed on you or you becoming really pissed on them because of their old memories, the things that was in the past, that hurt me in the past. When you do that, it reminds me, and everything kind of dwells up. And I think that was the big problem with your relationship, that a lot of old things dwell up. I think you try to work together and make things harmonious and show love to each other. But then when the ghosts of the past show themselves, the drama began. Okay, it's like a repetition of this drama. 1 pentacle, 2 pentacle. I'm feeling a want to try to work this out again step by step. But the 2 of Pentacles is not a particularly reliable card. So it's 1 step forward, 2 step back. So it probably shows that the person feels like they love you, but they're unsure. Could we make it work? Can't we make it work? If we do this, no, it wouldn't work. If we do that, maybe it would work. So it's a lot of trial and error, and I don't know, and maybe not. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So it comes through this with them not wanting to be degraded or used or abused or mistreated, or maybe being guilt-tripped into everything being their fault. So with the 7 of Wands, they want to sort what's allowed into their life. And this is actually a sign of a beginning of self-love, because even if you might feel that it's unfair that they say they don't want you to criticize them, because you want to tell them what they are doing wrong so they can fix it, so you can be happy together. But this person will have to go through this part of their personal growth where they will say no to everything. And so they can learn to align with themselves. And when they align with themselves, they will start love themselves. And when they will start loving themselves, their wounds of the past will start to heal. And whenever you are triggering them in the future, they will be the bigger person. They won't take it personally. They won't feel threatened by you. And they will be able to solve the things with you. But where they are at, or where they were in this relationship, they couldn't take any criticism. They needed to say, no, I'm not going to accept any criticism. I'm not going to accept that you're doing this to me. Or it can be also, for example, jealousy, that the person was incredibly jealous and you said you need to deal with this. It's not my fault that you are overly possessive. But they say, no, I'm not going to be together with a person that I feel is not loyal, even if you were loyal to the bone. But they have to go that full lap, put up the boundary, align with themselves, start to love themselves, thereby starting to heal themselves, and then come full lap back as a more grown and stable and harmonious person. Because when they fail themselves, they can't be there for you, or they can't help you solve things. They will fail you too. It's first when they stop failing themselves that they will stop failing you. Four of Cups, so hibernating and feeling all the love for you, but not telling you about it. And then we have the Strength card. So we can see that they are going through this process of aligning with themselves and becoming like making all the problems in the world small and themselves big, even if they are this beetle with this thick shell. So they're protecting themselves, putting up boundaries, and this will lead to self-love eventually, and to healing eventually. And eventually it will lead to them being a strong, grown-up, mature person that can also be the bigger person and solve your conflict. They don't have to be so triggered. They will say, okay, sorry you feel that way. We need to discuss this and get to the bottom of it, because it was really not what I intended for you to feel. So right now they are not at this phase, but they will come somewhere here maybe to that place. But what I can see is that they love you, but they also protect themselves against you because they feel unworthy of your love. They don't feel like you love them enough, and they don't want to be degraded or told that they are not that they have all these problems, or because it will make them feel even more like they are not worthy of love. So they are on a journey towards self-love, and it will take a little time, but it's a healing journey, and they are going about it. And this is Leo. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Leo or another fire sign. We saw also the King of Wands, and we have here 9 of Wands, Sagittarius, 7 of Wands. This is Leo in March, so a little bit warrior energy there. And this is the most likely action, and we have the Magician. So if they wouldn't have any problems with their self-esteem or feeling of self-love, they would probably be in the act of charming you, communicating with you, showing you their love and getting you to love them back. Magician is, I see something I want and I want to go and get it. Sometimes this is a little bit selfish, or it can be a person manipulating to get what they want. But in this case, I'm seeing they want like an equal give and take in this relationship. They don't want to be used or abused, or being the only one jumping to hoops for you or proving to you. They do some mistake, and then they have to prove to you over and over and over again that they truly love you and you are the only one for them. They want equalness. They want cooperation, and they don't want like them to be the black sheep of this relationship or the scapegoat. And here we have the Knight of Wands. Is Sagittarius as well. We have the Sagittarius there also. So they're working very diligently on this spiritual growth, and they have really gotten nowhere where you have any use of them at this point. In best case scenario, this would be a situationship with a person that comes and goes. And when you are together, it's nice and you are cooperating, but maybe it's more like a friendship relationship, no commitment, and maybe sex only, because this is the person's putting up boundaries, and maybe also boundaries towards commitment and to be responsible for someone else. They don't feel like they can be responsible even for themselves, so they definitely don't want to be responsible for someone else. But they do love you, 10 of Cups, so they're not unserious. It's just that they are not on a stage where they can be this bigger person, the one that can take whatever you say and not take it personally. But they do really truly love you. And with the 8 here, and we have the eternity symbol also there, this is not a love that's going to go away, and you have a lot of karma to deal with eventually. And Page of Cups, so they might offer you some love here. This could be a message of love. I love you so much. And we have the Lovers, the Strength, and the Page of Cups. So they would want to be your hero. But I am pretty sure that if they would try to be your hero right now, they would fail. And you would fail because you would ask too much from them, and you would trigger them going back into this spiral of starting to protect themselves against all the criticism and the blame game, and being the one that always F things up. So they don't want to be this scapegoat. But we have 6 of Wands, 6 of Coins. They want something beautiful with you, like a beautiful summer's day where you go down to the cliffs close to the ocean, and you dive into the ocean, and you sunbathe on the beach, and you snorkel around under the surface of the sea and look for fishes. Like things like this is what they would want to do with you. Something simple, something that's not requiring them to take water over their head in a way that would make them make mistakes, and you put too high demands on them that they could never live up to. So they want this happiness with you, but they can't take responsibility for something outside that. But I don't see that their love will go away, so that they will, just because they can't marry you, they will find someone else. Yes, they will. Maybe if you would say no to them, they want to parade someone else, what I saw before, but they would still love you. Our love is deep as the ocean. You can see it here. Deep as the ocean. So it wouldn't go away, but they can't give you, they can't be the king that gives you the castle and everything. They can be the prince that saves you from the dragon one day, but do something else the other day. I love you more than words can say. I am walking through the dark night of my soul. I think they are a little bit over dramatic, but yes, I think they're going out from the dark night of the soul. They have been in a lot of self-loathing and felt useless and like they always did things wrong. But right now they are in a phase where they have started to protect themselves. 9 is in connection with 18, 1 plus 18 moon, 1 plus 8, 9. And the moon can be seen to be the dark night of the soul, but I think they're walking out of it and learning self-love here. They are not in the process of being broken down to the smallest molecules where they need to build themselves up again. I'm seeing they have already started to build themselves up again, so they're a little bit over dramatic. And they say, I played you, and this is probably how you feel because they weren't consistent. They couldn't promise you forever, but this is the only thing they want. And we have both the magician and kind of the guy or girl that's in and out of your life. And this doesn't mean that they are evil. It just means that they want this with you, the beautiful summer's day where you do something fun. And I'm not seeing super, it's of course sexual with these cards, but the friend card is in between and the forever love card is here. So I don't think this is a sex only relationship. I think that they wanted your forever love, and they are ready to give you their forever love, but with no strings attached. And that might have, in the past, they might feel like they have played you and that they were, the protection against commitment made them act like a trickster and a player. But with the 10 of Cups, you can't say that this person played you. Okay, they played themselves also because they will love you to their dying days. So I was in my own head. And not enough feelings to continue this relationship. This is rather gruesome set of cards here. And this usually comes when a person is, they don't care about you. They don't have any love for you. As soon as you're out the door, they forget about you. And if they're bored, they call someone else. And maybe this is how your relationship has been in the past. And of course, that would have triggered a lot of pain. If they were aiming this towards you, they were acting like this towards you, that would have triggered a lot of pain. And if you have acted this way towards them, that's explaining the 5 of Coins card. I feel like a doormat. So it can be different for different people. For one person, this can be this person have played you in the past and acted like they didn't have enough feelings, and right now they do love you, but they are preoccupied with this journey of self-healing, so they can still come off as a player. And for others, it's you that have played them in the past, and that's why they are on this journey to self-love now. And if that's the case, well, they would want a relationship with you, but they want it to be equal now. And if you want to break their heart, they are ready to maybe break your heart as well, but end up being heartbroken themselves, I'm pretty sure. So I want some clarification with this. I was a fool. My surrounding didn't approve. So if they acted like a player in the past, it was because they was a fool. And maybe there was something with you that they felt like they couldn't show you off. Maybe you didn't come from the right neighborhood, or maybe you were richer than them and people would have made fun of them because of this, or you might have been from different age group or different religion, or maybe just they have parents or people around them that don't think that anyone is good enough for this person. So they were probably going in other people's leash, and so they didn't act particularly dignified towards you, and or dignifying your relationship, and they were rather preoccupied with their surrounding, and if they thought that this was a good relationship for them or not. And if they are a young person, they could say, don't care about, there's still plenty of fishes in the sea, you can take someone else, and they believe them. Right now they probably feel a lot of guilt, but they're also working on this with freeing themselves from guilt and learning to align with themselves and love themselves. And eventually they will be able to be like a real partner, a strong partner. But right now, it's a Page of Cups, so it's very pure, innocent, but it's not a hero. So I can tell you that much. Okay. So we'll see what the divine wants to tell you about the future of this relationship, what they see for this relationship. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And we also have this that caught my eye. So I'm thinking this is what needs to happen first. You need to heal your past lives and come to a point where you don't get so easily triggered by other people, and that is for both of you. So both of you need to work on self-love and healing the past. And I will also see what they will tell you from their heart. So we have the Lover's Oracle here. It's not easy. I feel this. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Yes, I feel this with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Sun, that they feel at home with you and that you're their soulmate. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So they tell you that right now when they get triggered, they put up these boundaries that we can see here. And that might make them run away from you or avoid responsibility, or say or refuse to talk to you about things that you want to talk to them about, because now when they feel like they are triggered, they protect their inner child. And it's a good thing, because this will heal them, but it doesn't make them for a particularly stable partner at this point in time. But let them run, let them hide, and work on your own self-love. And eventually maybe you will come to a place where both of you are healed and you can have your reconciliation, if that's what you want. So this is advice for you, Capricorn. Not so many advices. Okay. Opportunity. It shined up, so I felt this is the card. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you ever experienced has helped you in some way. So even when they are acting like this, running away, it's them healing their inner child. So even that is perfect. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. So the divine, of course, would want you to re-engage in this game of love, and that's up to you to decide if you want that. But it won't be, I think, a relationship that will last a long time. I think new things would come to surface, and because you're not healed just yet, so you will start triggering each other again. But if you can be in the relationship and stay with the triggers and not take it personally, so when the other person gets very dramatic or like an escapist, you don't take it personally. You just think, oh, okay, so they need their time to run and hide, and standing up for their inner child, or refusing to be traumatized in the way that they once got traumatized, not by me, but by someone else. And this situation reminded them of some past hurt. So you don't have to take it personally. And when you yourself get triggered, you realize, okay, so the person did, it was hurtful. But if my friend over there would have done the same, I wouldn't have been triggered, because then I would say, oh, okay, so we can meet another time, it's no big deal. But what this person does is so super, super important. So you get really triggered, and then you realize that, and that this is actually unfair, that you have too higher demands on this person that you don't have on anyone else. And you can tell the other person, I don't want to be treated like this. I would like to be able to trust you when we make plans. But it's okay. You don't have to feel guilty. Next time, just respect me a little bit more when you make plans. Be sure that you can follow through with them, and don't dare to get a cold. Okay? Whatever is going on, try to say, okay, it's okay. You can even say this, it's okay, I'm getting really sad because I really wanted to see you, but if you have gotten other plans, you have gotten other plans. And then you can go and scream and cry in your pillow the rest of the day. Because it has nothing to do with this other person. It has something to do with maybe how you was abandoned as a little child. Maybe your parents slept really hard and didn't woke up for a whole hour, and you had been crying and crying and crying. And now your partner is the one paying for this. So look at if you can be less reactive, but also take the emotions that comes really seriously, because they need to be processed and healed, and this little entity needs all the love that it can get, and it needs to get it from the grown-up person, shielding them from the world and putting up boundaries. But we also need love in our lives, so we need to be considerate towards the other person and not put all our crap in their arms and say, okay, so this is how I feel, and now you made me sad, you need to fix it. It's not up to them to fix it. You fix it. As long as it's not abuse or anything that's really disloyal, or like it's not even according with the law, then you need to walk away. It's not much more to do if a person are doing those things. But in other case, it's a lot of the things is things that you need to heal inside yourself, and it has very little to do with the other person. Okay, my dear Capricorn, thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. I'm now doing personal and spiritual growth readings for the members to my channel. So if you want to work on your spiritual growth, you can join as a member at any level. You can also get these kind of readings ahead of time and with no ads if you become an extended member. And for full members, I'm also doing personal readings for them right now. So subscribe and check this out to the join button that appears when you subscribed, or follow the link in the description box to learn more. Okay, so until next time, take really good care and bye-bye.